Hello, this is a video on how to improve this book. So I bought this book, I really like this book. I found two major flaws. Flaw number one, it uses this battery here, which is really not nice for the environment. I really don't like it. And it doesn't have an on-off switch. And with the on-off switch missing comes the battery drain. So after, I think 2 to 3 months, the battery actually went out and I was really reluctant of buying a new one. I would rather have like some kind of rechargeable solution, and that's what I did. What I did is I actually put in this case here for adding these batteries. And with this case comes the on-off switch. I figured this out after I made the rest of the video. So this actually works with rechargeable batteries. As you can see here, it works without any flaw. Perfect. So you could actually use it with rechargeable batteries and then you're much better off. Okay, now comes the information on how I did it. So you can see all these scratches here, so it's glued together with the cover here. So you have to actually take that off. If you're unlucky, you can probably get something like this. From here, it's actually pretty simple. Let me take this out here. It's really nicely made. You can simply take this off. It is a little bit glued together on the bottom here, but that shouldn't be so much of a problem. From there, you can actually remove this orange case here, which contains this holder. And then you see you have these, it's really easy to remove, really nice. And then from there unfortunately you need a soldering iron, I think it's called. Okay, with the soldering iron you can actually take this out, comparably simple. Then you just solder on the new connectors. Case open, this is how it looks like. Pretty simple. And then you simply cut out a frame off here. Then you can put everything together as it should be. You have the on-off switch here. You take a pencil, hopefully something like this, so you don't waste so much wood. And then you just go over the on-off switch a couple of times, so there is a little bit of this pencil, I don't know how you call that, pencil lead. It's not lead though. On the on-off switch. Then you just close this cover, you open it again, and then you will find on this part here, you will see a little bit of the pencil that you just draw on here. And then from there you know where to cut the hole. Here's another thing you might want to watch out for. If I close the book like this, then you can see the on-off switch is a little bit outside of the cover. That means if I put down this book on the table, it will actually scratch the surface of the table. And if I move the book up and down, I might turn on the switch or turn it off slightly, which might disrupt the experience with the book. So you might want to think about this if you do this upgrade. Now, what you should take care of is, like I bought this, the on-off switch is on this side, however, the case opening is on the other side. So, unfortunately, I cannot like put it in place here. I cannot glue it somehow. If you buy this kind of stuff, I'd rather advise you to take care that like both is on the top side, so you can glue it down and it's not it's not. I was also thinking actually of, instead of doing this, somehow doing this and then being able to utilize this already this window that's already here to like turn on and off or take out the batteries and stuff. But because this is so long, it actually didn't work. Feel free to like try some stuff and then post it on YouTube and share with everyone. And this is a message for Chase Roberts. In case you're watching this, I know it's probably very difficult and expensive to like adjust anything of this design, but maybe you can kind of get on a middle ground, maybe already do this cutting for people if they're interested. I don't know, something like to go in the right direction, sell the remaining units and from there maybe improve it a little bit. Or in general, I don't know, put some other kind of battery here that is at least rechargeable, would be super awesome. And here's the upgrade of the advanced version. It was a little bit harder, basically the same process, but a little bit harder because the soldering parts, it was a little bit more difficult to unsolder, because it seems like the solder melting point was a little bit higher maybe, and it was more difficult to solder on the new cables because for some reason my soldering material here did not want to stick there. It was much easier with the other version. Don't know what they changed. What I did was I scratched away a little bit of this part of the solder, and then I was somehow, after many tries, able to solder it on. That being said, thanks for watching.